The #1 market in the United States. Sorry, JR. Better than Phoenix.
I know.
Sorry.
Phoenix is better.
We've had a lot of Phoenix students come over here. It doesn't surprise me because, of course, during the boom, Vegas went up first, and then what happened is the investors started bailing out, going to Phoenix. So it's entirely possible that Phoenix just may be a little behind us as far as the downturn. So anyway, good evening, everybody. So the topic for tonight's conversation is, this is kind of an outline of what we're going to cover, some of the bullet points. But we're going to be talking about wholesaling, doing an assignment of contracts. So, and what we're talking about, is what is wholesaling, best types of properties, and I mean like REOs, like a bank-owned property versus a short sale. And I'll talk about the difference in processes between how you would wholesale a bank-owned property versus a short sale, but the bank hasn't approved that yet. We'll talk about the process, the paperwork, what kind of assignment fees can you make, how much should the earnest money deposit, the role of the title company, what some of the challenges are going to be if you want to wholesale, what's it going to take for you to be successful at that. We'll talk about the disclosures, NRS 113, which you're going to be dealing with if you're dealing on REO, short sales. I'll talk to you about that. And we'll talk about the fact of the importance of controlling the contract. And what I've done is, up here, I'm not going to go through every single line of the 11 pages, but this is a GLVAR residential contract. For those of you that are not familiar with that, that stands for the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors. Chances are, if you're dealing with a bank-owned property or something, if it's listed on the MLS, the multiple listing system, who are we going to be dealing with, everybody? Realtors. So guess what? If you're dealing with a realtor, who writes the contract? It's not you, it's the realtor. And if you have a listing broker and you have a buyer's broker. So it's really good for you to think about getting a buyer's agent, which is somebody that works for your good. Make sense? And if you find one that's investor friendly, like we have JR here, for example, and others. How many other agents do we have? Someone Matthew at the back, yeah. Anybody else? I want to mention George. Okay, good. The more the merrier. We need you. So so you'll have a buyer's agent, hopefully, and so you're going to use somebody else's contract. But the fact is that if you can have a basic understanding about contracts that's going to control the transaction, then it doesn't really matter what the contract is. You just have to understand the components of the contract. So what's important about a contract, everybody? We need to understand the components. And we'll talk about what are the major components. And I'll go through, we'll talk about a timeline on a contract of the different components. Anyway, so with that, these are all the points that we're going to cover. And so let's start off. Let's get some bullet points. What can anybody tell me? Who can give me a bullet point that explains an aspect of wholesaling? What is wholesaling, in case somebody doesn't understand what that is?
Buy low, sell low.
All right, JR sells buy low. Yeah, that's a good point. Buy low, sell low, yeah. Okay, what else?
Quick turnaround.
Quick turnaround, yeah. Hopefully. Okay, what else?
Bulk. Buying bulk.
Oh, buy in bulk? Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, you might be able to buy these bulk REOs. I got to be honest, how many of you